That sound, low, rhythmic, almost hypnotic. You sit down, your cat finds you, and within moments, it begins. The purring. And most people smile, feel warm, assume it simply means their cat is happy. That's where the story usually ends. But that's not the whole truth. Purring is one of the most misread behaviors in the entire feline world. Not because it's complicated, but because it operates on a frequency that most owners never stop to examine. Because once you understand what's actually happening when your cat purrs near you, you'll realize this isn't just contentment. It's communication. It's biology. And in some cases, it's something far more profound than happiness. There's something deeper happening here, and it begins with understanding what a purr actually is. 1. Most people assume cats purr the same way humans smile as a direct, simple expression of a positive emotion. But behavioral researchers have observed that cats purr across an extraordinary range of emotional and physical states. They purr when they're comfortable. They purr when they're stressed. They purr when they're injured. Mother cats purr while giving birth, and cats, in their final moments of life, sometimes purr. That tells you immediately that this isn't just about happiness. The mechanism itself is remarkable. Purring originates from rapid, rhythmic contractions of the laryngeal muscles in the throat, which dilate and constrict the glottis, the part of the larynx that surrounds the vocal cords. With each breath, both in and out, this creates the continuous, oscillating sound at frequencies, typically between 25 and 150 hertz. And here is where it gets extraordinary. Research into vibrational therapy has noted that frequencies in that same range between 25 and 50 hertz specifically are associated with promoting bone density and tissue healing in mammals. There is a genuine biological hypothesis that cats may have evolved purring partly as a self-soothing, self-healing mechanism, a way of regulating their own nervous system during stress or recovery. Think about what that means. When your cat climbs onto your lap and begins to purr, it may not simply be expressing that it likes you. It may be doing something much more ancient, something its nervous system has learned to do to stay calm, and it has chosen to do it in your presence. Consider the context. Cats are not pack animals. They did not evolve in social groups the way dogs did. Their wild ancestors, the African wildcat, were largely solitary hunters. They did not rely on group comfort for survival. They relied on silence, stillness, and self-sufficiency, which makes it deeply significant when a cat chooses proximity. In feral colonies, researchers have observed that cats who share close bonds, siblings, bonded pairs, cats who have formed genuine affiliations, engage in what's called allogrooming and allorubbing. They press against each other. They sleep touching, and occasionally, they purr in close contact with one another. This behavior in the wild is reserved for cats who trust each other completely. So when your cat settles beside you or onto you and begins to purr, it is placing you inside that category, not metaphorically. Neurologically, instinctually, you have been classified by your cat's ancient social brain as a trusted companion, and the purr is part of how it maintains the connection. This is where most owners get it wrong. Many people, especially when a cat is being persistent or loud with its purring, interpret it as neediness. Some find it slightly annoying. They shift the cat away. They get up. They go about their lives without realizing that their cat just offered them something it offers almost no other living creature. When you consistently move away from a purring cat seeking closeness, you're not being cruel, but you are sending a signal. And cats, who are extraordinarily sensitive to patterns of response, notice. Over time, some cats stop seeking the proximity, not because they no longer feel it, but because they've learned the overture isn't welcomed. 3. There's a specific variation of purring that scientists call the solicitation purr. And once you've heard it, you'll never miss it again. It was studied by animal behaviorist Karen McComb, who found that cats embed a high-frequency cry component, somewhere in the range of a human infant's cry, within their purr when they want something, usually food, usually attention. The frequency of that embedded cry activates something primal in the human brain. It's not manipulation in any conscious sense. It's evolution. Cats who lived closely with humans over thousands of years gradually refined the sounds that got responses, the ones that worked, that made humans pay attention, bring food, offer comfort, were the ones that persisted. Your cat didn't choose this. It inherited it, but it uses it specifically with you. Cats very rarely produce the solicitation purr around strangers or people they don't trust. It requires a relationship. It requires history. If you're beginning to see your cat's purring through a completely different lens right now, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. There's much more to explore here. For from a neurological standpoint, the purr also functions as a proximity signal. When a cat is near you and purring, it is continuously broadcasting its presence through vibration, not for your benefit, or not only for yours. In low-light environments, in the dense undergrowth of evolutionary memory, sound and vibration serve as location anchors. I am here. I am calm. The space is safe. This may be why so many cats purr when you enter a room before you even touch them. The purr isn't a reaction to physical contact. It's a preemptive signal, an announcement. It says, I registered your presence. I am orienting toward you. I am not alarmed. That is, in the quiet language of feline communication, an extraordinary statement of trust. 5. And then there is this, the one that most people miss entirely. Cats sometimes purr when they are unwell, when they are in pain, when they are anxious or overwhelmed. And many owners, seeing their cat purring, assume that everything must be fine. The purr, they reason, means contentment. But a purr in a hunched body, with flattened ears and dilated pupils, is not contentment. It is self-regulation. The cat is using the only tool it has, the vibration it can generate internally, to soothe its own nervous system under stress. The reason this matters so deeply is this: cats rarely show vulnerability. Their evolutionary survival depended on appearing strong, capable, uninjured. A visibly weakened cat in the wild is a target. So they mask pain. They mask fear. And one of the few honest windows into their internal state is the full body read, posture, pupil size, ear position, tail placement surrounding the purr. When your cat purrs near you during a thunderstorm, or after a stressful event, or when something has changed in the home, it isn't saying it's fine. It's saying, you are the place I come to when I am not fine. You are the environment where I allow myself to try to calm down. That is not a small thing. That is the quiet architecture of attachment. It's not dramatic. It doesn't announce itself, but it is real and it is consistent and it is specific to you. Because cats don't purr like this for everyone. They don't offer this particular frequency, this layered biological, ancient thing to people they merely tolerate. They bring it to the ones they have chosen. And maybe that's the most important thing to sit with. Your cat has, out of all the sounds it could make and all the places it could be, found you, settled near you, and begun to vibrate in the silent grammar of a species that never needed words. That means something.